Hello and good morning. I hope you are well, and today I wanted to continue on this energy hero. And yesterday I managed to actually today will be a faster day because I only have about 35 minutes in total, and I hope that today I managed to finish this chapter 1 GUI section, removing the behavior trees from this chapter 1 GUI section. I hope to do this and maybe continue on the chapter 2 GUI section. Since I'm short on time today, I hope that this will be an efficient session for developing this game. So let's continue. Let's start with this and let's go to here. And what was my last notes for this to-do list? Yes, here you are. Mount needs something. Logic should be corrected. Actually, I managed to correct this logic yesterday. I found out that I had a problem with while changing this states inside of this script. The only thing I'm missing is that I do not check this chapter and negative section. Let's just go there and make a quick check on this chapter and negative section. Let's try to see it inside the game. Yes, the chapter and negative section seems okay. The mouth was hungry. Let's learn from this. Let's learn from this. Try it again. Okay, something is wrong with this part. Let me find this. Find the language JSON file. Energy hero language. Let's learn from this and try it again. This will be better. What happens if I press the retry button? It says something is missing. .win, build, retry. And when I try to retrieve this section, I was stuck. It still looks like in chapter at negative. So when I click the button, character movements, chapter 1 GUI, to chapter and negative. Yes, this is my chapter and negative. Chapter and that's negative. 2 after retry button pressed. Okay, find subject. 2 chapter load manually. Chapter 1. Chapter and negative false. Also change GUI state to tutorial. And how about now? Let's try it this way. New game. Let's find the app and change the time scale. When I press the retry button, missing. What is missing? Okay, it should also update this current text which number to 1. Let's press the retry button. Okay, it says something is missing. Why missing? And starts with the number 2. When I change this GUI state to tutorial, okay. When the negative thing happens, when negative chapter ends happens, if I press this retry button, it goes and finds the save manager. Then it loads that chapter manually. Then what does this mean? Do load chapter manually. Then it changes this GUI state to tutorial. Change GUI state to tutorial, which results in load tutorial welcome. But I do not want load tutorial welcome. I want load tutorial text. And I hope this may solve that issue. Let's try again. Perfect. It skips the intro and just when I press the retry button, it just directly dives into this chapter 2 section. Also, after retrying, I did not check if the controllers are working or not. Let's also check this thing. Right now, controller is working, and when I press retry, yes, it works. So far so good. And this is good, I guess. This is good for me, good enough for me, for this chapter 1 GUI. So let's apply the same logic to chapter 2 GUI also. By the way, this does not have any usage in here. Also, what is the usage of this chapter ended negative also? Okay, I don't know, but let's just remove these two things. Let's remove this guy also. So here is my chapter 2 GUI. And let's start from the beginning. Let's comment out this guy. Parent which text number, timer slider, etc, etc. Comment out this thing. Okay, did I use it? Yes. No, actually it looks like stop coroutine and set it to null. Stop coroutine and set it to null. Doesn't have any usage inside the code. GUI state, current GUI state, change GUI state, and add these IE numerators to after collectible grabbed. On first input pressed, on object putting in object grabbed. This section, does this section has any notation grabbed? Okay, nothing in here. On protein object grabbed. Change GUI state to protein collected. And also do after collectible grabbed. Here you are. But I do not use this to after collectible grabbed in here. Instead of that, it looks like I used weapons sensor on object grabbed. Change GUI state to is player active. Change GUI state to fats collected. Change GUI state to carb collected. Change GUI state to negative chapter active. Change GUI state to chapter welcome. Change GUI state to is player active. For the load tutorial text, load tutorial text, you are here. Which text number to 9. Which text number, chapter state, text number to 1. Chapter tutorial and load tutorial text. Comment out this guy, comment out the guy. Increase number 1 by now. Increase which text number by 1. Okay, this will create a headache for me to implement this, but I'm trying right now. I'm trying to clean up my mess. I'm trying to clean up my previously taken wrong choices. I'm trying to clean after myself, and I hope that I manage to resolve this thing as soon as possible. So let's try this chapter 2. By the way, having wrong choices and trying to clean up your own after your wrong choices, it's not an easy thing to do, and it feels horrible, especially right now for me, because if I made a correct choice when I started this game project, and if I had little tests at the beginning to see what will be the effects of this of adding this package in the future, I will not be having to deal with these problems right now. That's why it's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to solve, and let's try it now. Right now, just load to the chapter 2. Yes, now let's move on to the next part of digesting. In this digestion, you will have a special tool called Mansims. When I press next, nothing happened. Okay, it's a good start. It's a good start. It's a good start. What happened? Let's find my GUI 2. Oh, I needed to remove this behavior tree from here and Blackboard from here. And let me see. Current switch text number. I also needed to see that current switch text number. Current switch text number. Let's also serialize this field. This is my chapter 2 GUI. Text number is 0. Okay, this increases the current text number in chapter 1 GUI. Why? This is weird. This is weird. Which text number is this? Okay. Real chapter was chapter 1 GUI. Do next button assignments. So this do next button assignments should be called in the start of. Let's go and find my save manager and find the load manually. Load. Okay, where is the load section? Save JSON, get last save file, filter, do save file, do load from file. Manual does file data, file does not edit, do load from file. Do load, what's do load? GUI states, back, states. And set a file name here. If file name contains chapter 1, then find chapter 1 with find object of type chapter 1 GUI, then chapter 1 GUI, change GUI state, chapter welcome. If this happens to chapter 2 GUI, chapter 2 GUI, chapter 2 GUI, chapter 2 GUI. Will this work? I'm not really sure, but let's just try it. Change GUI state, chapter 2 GUI state, chapter welcome. Okay, this does not work at all. When I press the new game button, it just assigns this chapter next button to this chapter 1 GUI, and let me show you what the problem is. Next button. Where are you? Where are you? Yes, this is the next button. And when the section 1 is loaded, it just assigns, it just makes the assignment for this next button on click event. That's why when I press the next button, okay, let me just keep it clear. Say it clear. Chapter 1 GUI just contains an area. Make this event assignment for this next button when it loads into the memory, and when the chapter 2 GUI loads into the memory, since the chapter 1 GUI already loaded into memory, it does not remove the listeners of this event for on clicking next button event. That's why this is my main problem for now. And let me just, by the way, I managed to solve this, and that's a yay. You needed to play test chapter 1 of the GUI state machine removal, and that's also a yay. Keep an eye on events in chapter state machine, new game chapter, and this is also finished. Remove node commas, remove use save projects. Okay, this is still working. And chapter 2 GUI behavior 3 removal was not successful due to next button assignments in chapter 1 GUI. And I hope that I will manage to solve this issue as soon as possible. And that's all for today, and hope to see you, hope to finish these behavior tree assignments for tomorrow, and have a really nice day, and goodbye.